For my Cody, I'm doing a very brief video on, the video is about a question I have to ask Dr. Thomas Warren Campbell. Tom Campbell is the author of My Big Toe. He has a theory of everything, and what he linked that to is that our reality is a virtual reality. It is a simulated reality based on the results of a double slit experiment. He explains that from two different perspectives: the spiritual side, the being side, and also through the side of science. So he was a consciousness explorer with Bob Monroe at the Monroe Institute for many years. In addition to that, he also was a NASA physicist. So this is somebody that clearly is very gifted and has a high capacity of intellect, both on the right side of the brain and the left side of the brain. And he knew about this simulated reality back, I would say, in late 1990s, early 2000s. This question is for him. If you're not familiar with his work, then I would suggest you don't watch the video because you're not going to understand it. I don't have the time to explain a lot of the stuff he talks about. So I've been doing this research on and off about Dr. Thomas Campbell's work since 2015. So my question is this, Dr. Campbell: the larger consciousness system is here, okay? It's just a metaphorical interpretation physically of what I think it might look like, whatever. All right, as you can see, these triangles are little smaller pieces of itself. It breaks off little pieces of itself and it creates IUOCs. LCS stands for Larger Consciousness System. You can call that the source of all intelligence. You can call it a computer. You can call it God. You can call it whatever you want. Lost my train of thought. So when the LCS was evolving, it didn't want to play by itself all the time. It wanted to evolve, and it wanted to learn and grow and lower entropy. And the way to do that was to break off little pieces of itself. So this larger consciousness system broke off individual units of consciousness called IUOCs, individual unit of consciousness. Before that, it had like a chat room set up where it was just dialogue, information being expressed back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You see, consciousness is not physical. Consciousness is a digital information field. Okay, there's nothing physical about consciousness. So the larger consciousness system broke off avatars, a little piece of itself, gave it a little bit of a data stream. But what happened is after the chat room, it didn't like it because there wasn't really any rewards or consequences for good decisions or bad decisions. So it decided to create characters. But the LCS was playing all these characters, kind of like a little kid playing with Star Wars action figures. Like, hey, here's Darth Vader, here's Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia, whatever. It plays all the characters. Okay? Well, it got bored doing it, and it realized it's not going to evolve because it's making all the choices for these. So Dr. Campbell explains that a lot of times, but then when he says that, then he says the larger consciousness system decided to do something else. It decided to let others log on and play these avatars and these characters. LCS plays its own characters. That's what Dr. Thomas Campbell said. Then the LCS, this guy, God, allowed others to log in. Who are others? Who logged in? Where did they come from? Why did they log in? If the source of these avatars and the consciousness came from the LCS and it was playing all these characters, where are the other ones? Who are these other people that had the choice to log on? Was that a decision that was made from some other place outside of the simulation? No, that's not possible. Was it made from another PMR physical matter reality that this is a part of? Did it pull dead IUOCs from a different physical matter reality universe? A different simulated universe? And when they died, it gave them a choice to play the game Earth? And they came in here and logged on to play these characters that it created? That's the only thing I can think of, is that this LCS has other physical reality, PMRs, physical matter realities elsewhere, that they had IUOCs there before our simulation. They have had a physical avatar die. The IUOC then goes to another realm, a transition realm, and then they're offered a new experience package to play the game of Earth. That's the only way I can come up with of who logged in. And I might be wrong about that. Because if you're telling me these entities logged in and the source was from this and it was controlling all the information going to it, then it's no different than saying the LCS told them to log in. How do you break from it's playing its own characters to, oh, others just logged in? Who's others? That's the question. Who? Where? How? When? Why? Is it itself coming back from another PMR and saying, hey, do this? Ultimately, everything's connected to this anyways. But maybe there's another larger consciousness system that's greater than this one. Maybe this is a baby one. Maybe there's a daddy larger consciousness system that it pulls other logins from. Maybe there's an LCS God that's in charge of all the LCSs. We can go down a rabbit hole with this. Basically, the bottom line is after it made the characters, and after it played itself, every time you say, then it decided to let others log on. Dr. Campbell, who are the others? Thank you.